Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's NGX Premarket. This is the last trading day for the week. Last trading day for the NGX. It's a rather slow day. Please take out the time to go through the disclaimer in the description. It's important you do so. I'm looking at two stocks today. CAP, that's what you're seeing on my screen, is the first stock. Why am I looking at CAP? For the first time in a while, the stock dipped. As you can see, it's been rather flattish for a long while. This is October 20, was at 74, stayed at 73 for a long while. Then it dipped to 68.1. That's even a fairly sharp dip for the stock, 6.16% decline to 68 naira 50 kobo. So I will be paying close attention to this stock. My buy zone I'm aiming for is the 65 mark. I mean, I've held CAP for a decade now. Yeah, I've held CAP for a decade now, so I probably need to go check. So I think my average is probably 20s or 30s. I'd have to confirm. I've held it for a decade. But recently, looking at the numbers, and permit me some time, ladies and gentlemen, let's see if we can just go briefly through it. It's one of those stocks on the NGX. I like to say, when you are dealing with the NGX, sometimes it's just better to stick to the boring, especially in Nigeria. The more boring the industry, the less headache that you have. So let's see if we can get CAP H1 or 9 months actually, 2025 numbers. Let's see if we can fish that out. So that's why I'm looking at this stock. Earns decent cash, boring sector. Let's go see if we can get out the numbers. CAP. I was surprised to see it. In fact, I need to go check. I wonder how many shares traded yesterday. I need to go check. Let's go see. TRW. And shout out to TRW, by the way. They do an excellent job. I like platforms that take a simple thing and execute. So for me, it's one of the go-to pages as soon as the market is closed, just to see how do the numbers perform, the gainers, losers. It just gives me a bird's eye view of everything. So CAP, 262,000 shares traded yesterday. Can we get this, or do I just do a Google search? So CAP PLC 9 months 2025. Let's see if we can get the results out. Is it here? That would be nice if they have it here. So let's see. Technical wise, I accept all the cookies. Let's see if the results are out. Oh, the great. At least they have some covering here of this. But I need the EPS. I don't have the EPS of heart for this firm. So if it delays, I guess we'll have to leave it, or maybe we'll touch on it over the weekend. Or can we pull it out to another page? Is that possible? Let's see what we have. So revenue, 30.2 billion in revenue, profit after tax of 3.68 billion. Margins aren't bad. That's like over 10% net profit margins, if my math is right. And then an earnings per share of 4 naira 51 kobo. I mean, so this firm, if we're just to annualize, we could say maybe this firm would probably end the year with FY 2025 with 6 naira in earnings. So if you just do the math, you have the stock at 68.5 divided by 6. That gives you around 11 point something times earnings, which isn't too bad. I mean, above the average P ratio of 8x on the NGX, but I mean, for me, ideally 60-65 is my entry point for this stock. I could do with 65, because 65 would mean that would be what, about 11, 10 point something times earnings, which would be fair. So that's why I'm looking at CAP. Next is Transcorp Hotel, illiquid stock, way pricey. I think this stock should be traded at half the price of its current price. But it had, let's see if I can do it's Transhot, or we could do Transcorp. Let's see what pops up. Can we get Transcorp Hotel? Yeah, Transcorp Hotel. So it stock fell sharply yesterday, now down 9.95%. As you can see, this stock barely moves. I mean, let's even see the year to date, barely moves. It's been flat since when? October, and then it dipped yesterday. So it's been flat. Essentially, you may see maybe slight dips intraday, but closing figure has been flat since October and all that. It's a bit pricey where it is. I think this stock should be trading at half its value. If you go through the Dirty December video I did, you'd find it there. So these are the two stocks I'm watching. Let's see if we see further declines in this stock. Is there anything else worth watching here, ladies and gentlemen? Is there any price dip I've seen? Not really. Most things have been just 1 naira, less than 1 naira movement in the stock price and all that. Guinness flat. Guinness had the big bounce some days ago. And all. So really, yesterday was a fairly boring, uneventful day. The index was up 0.12%. So I just tell you on average, most stocks didn't have a big increase. So that's pretty much about it, ladies and gentlemen. See you in 3.5 hours with the midday update. Stay safe.